always had a thing about like talking, and when I was a kid, it was really bad.
Spaces the left unlocked.
What I like about art is you receive information in ways that are different from like hearing words, and how the piece can communicate effectively. That's the power of the piece.
Can't explain the criminal craves what he doesn't.
This is one of like the bigger spots, so I was thinking it could be a good spot for the biggest piece. With this, like,
That's the footprint of it there.
that's the footprint, about 12-inch deep. It'll just support the entire piece.
And then the concrete, the steel plate just gets covered with dirt.
Right.
So if we get too close to the edge, then we can't access it.
Yeah.
But this is a nice wide spot, and it looks like we can probably go on both ends of it. And
Okay.
for some reason, I was envisioning it to be much bigger.
So they're going to be 5.
You're 5. This is the biggest one.
Daneil Brickman, and I'm a visual artist, and I live in Sacramento. I do a lot of things. I work in a gallery. I'm an artist assistant to Roger Berry. I read books to a friend in a nursing home, and I teach kids art as well as my own practice.
I called a friend who teaches at UC Davis, and I said, I need somebody, and he immediately said, Daneil. Daneil rode his bike down to my ranch about an hour and a half away, said, yeah, he'd take the job. And he's been a great assistant. He welds and grinds all day long. So he's glad to get back to clay, I'm sure. He's really serious about this. I mean, the idea of sculpting poop seriously is what he's been doing.
Ah, yes.
I found photos of actual dog poop and made little life-scale models of each one from clay, just to get the form worked out in 3D. And then scaled that up, I think 5 times scale to get this size. I do think that people bring a different sensibility when they encounter a piece outside the museum or outside the gallery, because they're not expecting to see it. Whereas if you go to the gallery, you're expecting to see art there. So expectations are a little bit less predictable. It's possible to play with that as an artist. Lived in Birmingham. That's where I grew up, and they're kind of like Pittsburgh in that they started with steel, and they used to have these slosh furnaces, and I used to like get these tin cans and build a miniature version where it was full of these little pieces of plastic that I'd find, just like set on fire, and make these crazy twisted plastic forms once it cooled off. I didn't have like the name art for it, but I could, it was an activity that made sense somehow.
Spend the rest of your life refining that form.